Let's talk about 100 Thieves mid-take against TSM in the NA First Strike Finals. It's a very basic strategy that some of you might like, especially in low elo where strats are a bit rare to find. The first thing that 100 Thieves usually do is, of course, they have a left side person trying to peek mid. Most people in this normal situation, they would either use a flash to peek or they will jiggle over here to try and bait the enemy's shot. What Hiko does is, instead of like doing whatever thing that we usually do, he jumps to this specific corner. This corner is not visible from ropes, and the ropes person would have to wallbang to kill. You will see it in this specific round. You can see here water is opening, and Hiko jumps to the left side. He doesn't peek like that. Like you can see that there is water. Hiko already knows that water is here, so water is probably scared of utility usage and pushes from the enemy team, and he decides to fall back. So you can see how Hiko peeks over there. The next thing that they do is they have a smoke put out here towards heaven to block people from heaven, giving the ropes person backup. So it cuts off information and cuts off support over this area for specific duration of time. And it's usually, in most cases, there is an enemy hiding inside the smoke. In such case, you would have to throw a Molotov to clear this out. Hiko usually throws a boombot over here or over here to try and push either sides back. In this specific round, Asuna usually goes up rope and gets control of rope while Hiko boombots heaven. This specific strat that's how it's going to work. And then Asuna gets the kill here. He dry peeks. He should have flashed, but he did not. His dry peek gave him a huge bonus over here because he has 2 more flashes to use. And now they have ropes control, they have mid control. All they need to do is go heaven. That's going to be easy. Going up heaven is quite easy unless you go like towards the middle heaven, which is quite hard. The fact is, right now, ropes is under their control and mid is under their control. They can pressure both A and B from middle without having more repercussions. For example, they can push A and then fall back and instantly go B in a very short amount of time and make B guys rotate towards A. And they can do the same with B side. It's a quite nice place to try and do your different strats. So mid control is very important, and 100 Thieves have done a pretty good job in taking it. In this strat, they also have Steel always lurking towards B and keeping B in his hands. And first, what he does is he throws his nanoswarm towards the C-decided entrance of B main. So he stops the pushes coming from B main, and then he takes control slowly with the help of his turret watching as well. Steel does this every time 100 Thieves decides to go mid. This specific round, Haste was usually peeking towards here from time to time. Unfortunately, Steel had crossed, and just 2 seconds after Steel had crossed, Haste peeked and he found no one, so he then went over here and hit there. And Subrosa was trying to take B-main control. Unfortunately, he thinks that no one is towards the right because Haste was checking periodically, and he dies after the turret spots him. So the turret is useful here. And right now, since they have B-main control, the mid guys push up B. Unless B-main is not under Steel's control, they usually don't push B. So Steel is the first contact towards B, and then the heaven guys push towards heaven. And quickly and fast. And there you go. So you can see here, these two are still in A. Because of the fact that ropes was under 100 Thieves control, they could not do early rotations towards B. It was a risk. They would come A or B. So the people in A did not go towards B for backup. The next round they follow the same strat. So Hiko crosses to peek ropes, and this round Asuna decides to flash mid and flash ropes to get control of ropes rather than doing a dry peek like last time. You can see here Hiko did the boombot as well to make sure no one is hiding inside the smoke. Asuna keeps some pressure towards A by using the ropes and making sound and stuff, while these guys are just waiting for Steel to try and be the first contact, as I said. Because Steel hasn't come inside yet and hasn't peeked B, I think that's why Nitro decided to smoke off this open heaven to try and pressure the guys up in B side. Because of that, Steel was slowly pushing, and they were just waiting for Steel to push up. Steel is the first contact, and he kills Wardle, even though Wardle has the AWP over here. Wardle misses 2 shots and Steel gets the kill. Because of the fact that Wardle died, Sabrosa has to fall back. And I'm not exactly sure why Sabrosa decided to fall back and nade B main, even though it's been like 3 rounds. They know that Steel is the only guy usually inside B main lurking. If he used the nade towards heaven, it would have caused a huge disaster for 100 Thieves. But he decides to nade B main and let go of heaven while Haste is alone towards the other side. And they lost heaven, they lost B main. What can they do? They can just play from side and they can't do much from there. And 100 Thieves wins this round as well. In the upcoming rounds, the strat was mixed up a little bit. They went heaven, they smoked off ropes and stuff, but that's another strat for another day. Hope you guys learned a thing or two from this video, and please make sure to subscribe because my subscription ratio is completely hilarious. And I hope this strat comes in handy to some of you, especially who are in low ranks, and see you guys later.